I am a student.
I am very confident in myself.
I am short.
I am Persian.
I am Sam Duffy.
I am a Quaker.
I am European.
I am awesome.
I am what I am.
I am Japanese.
I am a dad. I am a husband.
I am teacher.
I'm a Boy Scout.
I am a soccer player. I am a Westtown student.
I think it's who you perceive yourself, like who are you compared to other people.
It's a way that you can group yourself with another group of people and to feel a sense of solidarity with them.
I think of identity in all those ways: ethnic, religious, sexual orientation, political, family, regional.
I see myself as a teacher. I'm thinking of my lesson plans. I'm thinking of what I need to do during the day at school. When I think of girlfriend, I think of my partner and I, and how we're going to choose to spend our time together, and what she's doing, and how she is, and how our relationship is, how it's going, and what I need to do for her, and what she's doing for me.
I think that daily it's more of a subconscious thing, in that I'm not constantly going around thinking I am a teacher, I should do this, or I am a white male, so I should do this. It's something that expresses itself in you, but not in a formal manner, and not in necessarily a cognitive one that you're always aware of. For me, I don't really go around thinking like that. I try not to identify with anything except myself, like anything specific, or act upon it in my daily life, that because I am this, I should do this.
And I'm aware of that I'm a white male Catholic. I mean, I'm aware that that's the lens that I have. So how do I be aware of that lens and also allow for different lenses? So I come in with a bias as much as I try to actually keep the bias from infiltrating too much.
This is basically what I experienced in China for 16 years. So, like in Chinese school, we have the same school uniform. We use the exact same school bags and school shoes. And some schools even have school hats and school hairstyles. Girls have to have their hair up to their neck, and no one can be longer or shorter. Like here, we don't even need our school uniforms. We don't even need to behave the way we are. We can choose our own roommates, choose our own classes. It overwhelms me a lot. Back in China, lack of identity is kind of easier to lead, because you have a way. The teachers already planned for you. Your parents already planned for you. You just need to follow their leads. They told you to this, you do that. They told you to do that, you just do that. You don't need to think, what's my next step gonna be? You don't need to take responsibilities for your own choice, because all the choices are already made by other people. So you really blend in that society, because everyone's the same. No one will have discrimination towards you or anything. But you also don't feel like yourself.
If I took one of those things away, if I was not male or not Catholic or not Californian, it would change how I perceive the world.
It'd be really confusing. I think a lack of identity would indicate that I don't know myself very well. I wouldn't know where to go. I wouldn't know how to spend my time. I wouldn't know where to put my efforts. I think culture to culture, there are identities that are lifted up and that are more honored or revered.
I think identity has become an obsession with people in the media, and with politicians. You have to identify as Democratic or Republican, or if you don't identify as those, you have to identify as one of these other categories. When you fill out a questionnaire on the SATs or something, or in another form, it's do you identify as white, do you identify as Hispanic, do you identify as black? So our society constantly likes to pigeonhole people into different identities instead of just accepting people as one.
I think everyone is sort of limited by their cultural conditioning and what they're identified as both by the society and how they self-internalize that. So I think that's the starting point, is how you're limited by, if you're male, well, you're not female. If you're heterosexual, you're not bi or homosexual. If you're white, you're not any of the other things. And I think the negative impact is when you take that view as the only way of viewing the world. And so the challenge for people is to hear the other experiences of identity and be empathic towards those and realize there's so many different ways to understand the world.
I think sometimes the negative effects of identity could be that you get pigeonholed and you think you are one thing. When I was in high school, I remember my identity was based a lot on sports and being an athlete and being successful at basketball. That's, specifically for me, that's what it was in high school. And I did well in school, but I think when I didn't do well in basketball, that my self-esteem and my identity and my sense of self took a hit, and I wasn't able to then see, well, no, I'm a good student, or I'm a good sister, I'm a good daughter, I'm a good person.